Episode 2, Day 3. We checked the 20 pregnant sows today. And what we are seeing right now is very important because this stage can determine what happens next. This is real farming, and we are documenting everything step by step. Now, here is what we have observed so far. After checking the sows, one thing is very clear.
011.
The stage is very, very sensitive because small mistakes or a mistake at this point in time can lead to big problem later.
Stand up.
And this is where many farmers always get it wrong. When a sow is pregnant, especially at this stage, you cannot manage her like a normal pig, so to say. Everything changes in her body. Feeding also changes. Monitoring her increases.
013.
Feeding also changes, and the rate at which you monitor her also increases. Attention is very much needed because it's very important. What happens now will directly affect the piglets in her stomach, and that is why we shift our focus on feeding. This is where some farmers make mistakes. Some farmers underfeed,
078.
and while others overfeed. Both are very dangerous. Feeding must be controlled and as well balanced. You must be consistent in feeding with your feeding formula, because if you are not feeding them when you are ought to feed them, it can affect the piglet's strength in their stomach. It can as well affect the sow's health, which is the mother pig. And overall, it can affect your outcome. Another thing we are focusing on this is also health. You cannot ignore health at this stage. Every sow must be monitored very closely because every detection of problem can prevent losses. This is why routine checks are very important. Not sometimes. You must continually, at every time, check the sows about their well-being. Let's think about the management. One of the things I have learned from pig farming is not only about reacting very quickly,
011.
but also being prepared for what is to come. If you always wait for problems before you can act or react, then it's already late. This is why everything we are doing now is proactive. Here is the reality check. A lot of farmers want to go into pig farming because they see opportunity, but they don't see the responsibility. The stages alone, or this stage alone, shows you that farming requires attention. Not just
013.
attention, structure, and also discipline. This is not something you can say you are doing casually. So now that we are at day 3 on this episode, we have checked the pregnant stage, and there is one critical factor that can either improve or destroy everything. And that one thing is feeding. In the next video,
078.
I will break down exactly how we are feeding these pregnant sows and why it matters so much. If you are serious about pig farming in Nigeria, or you want to understand how farming operates in real life, then subscribe to this channel because we are documenting everything step by step. Also comment below, what do you think is more important for us at this stage? Is it the feeding or their health? This is Ugocentury Pig Farm. Thanks for watching and see you again
003.
on the next episode.